Hello and welcome to a new YouTube video. This time I'm playing the Stanley Parable because, well, I lost the footage on my previous two videos that I was going to upload, but when I lost the footage they became corrupted, and now I've advanced a lot, and it would just look like I've skipped a lot of the gameplay. So I've started a new game, the Stanley Parable. I'll begin a new game. Let's see what this is like. What's this? The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading? That's weird.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
That's an interesting backstory. I mean, that's an interesting start to the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, that sounds reasonable.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On my left. So that's here. But I could go through here. What would happen? It's a puzzle. Maybe if I go through here, then the narrator will be wrong. What will happen? I haven't seen anything like this before in any game. I think I really want to know what happens if I go through here, so out of curiosity.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Wow.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I disobeyed the narrator last time, so I'll find out what happens if I obey him.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Where does this go? I think most people will just disobey the narrator, so I think I'll go this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This presentation is This slide is so silly.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, I'll go up. The narrator doesn't even tell you which way to go. There are lots of ways to go here. Maybe I should just go through the open door. I'll look at the other options first. You can't go through there. What about this? Executive bathroom? Oh, it's locked. Maybe someone's in there. Oh, maybe that's where all the employees went. They can't be anywhere else.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Stanley's
and
boss
so the boss had assigned it an
weird,
extra secret pin
has a
number,
weird phone, telephone.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. 284. Oop, slipped. Oops. 2.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the
Yes, I got
keypad,
it right.
Stanley happened to input the correct
Wow.
code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
How could this happen? Maybe it's... How would it... Because you'd have to hire builders to build this, or a building company, but then the building company would know that there's a secret basement thing. Very confusing.
Descending deeper into the building,
Ooh, what could be
Stanley
down
realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh, how mysterious.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility? Wait, escape? Oh no, that looks too spooky, too eerie. I'm not going there. Maybe in a later video if I muster the courage. A button with a light on it. And a weird thing, a notepad. A clipboard. I'll press the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Wow.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Why would anyone need so many screens? How many videos do they need to stream at once? Aha! The security cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That's strange. There's a bit of a catwalk up there. Oh, there's a new place to go. Oh no, this is getting ominous. Ooh, there's a There's
This
a kind of
mind
lift
control
thing.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason
can't
he
be
was happy
true.
with his boring
No.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Why is there a red spinning
No.
light there?
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
No, I can't.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating,
Labelled?
working.
These
All of
aren't
it
labelled.
monitored and commanded from this
They're
very
just coloured.
place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never
there's a
again
there
exert
are
its
spinning red
terrible
lights.
power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Dismantle the controls. If I do that, then I won't be able to control it. Then it'll be even less in anyone's control. I'd prefer my mind is in someone else's control than not in control at all. Although both are really bad. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. System power. Off. Or on. Off or on. I think I'll go with on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do.
Yay,
But you
I'm
need
in
to
control
understand,
now.
there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls
Maybe I
off
can mind control the
and
narrator.
leave. If you
and
want to throw
make-
my
and
story
make
off
him
track,
make a
you're going to
paradise
have
for
to do
me or
much
something.
better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode,
Nuclear
eliminating
detonators?
the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say
No,
2 minutes.
this is even worse.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your
Intense
time to
music.
shine. You are the star. It's your story
do.
now. Shape it to
I
your
need to
heart's
stop
desires.
it. I need
Oh,
to
this
stop
is
the
much better than
timer.
what I had in mind.
Or maybe
What a
mind
shame we have so
control the
little
narrator.
time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes
there's a
off.
big
But
machine
what
here.
precious moments each
Three.
one of them is. More time to
no.
talk about you, about me,
these,
where we're going,
this,
what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Oh, there are alarm things.
What's that?
Fail-safe
You'd like to know
disabled.
where your co-workers are.
Maybe this will do
A moment of
something.
solace
What?
before you're obliterated.
It doesn't do anything.
All right,
No,
I'm
I
in a
can't
good
even click
mood.
it.
You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Oh,
I
no.
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it,
Oh,
I
no.
simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the
Oh, maybe I
ground,
can-
swallowing
maybe I can press the
everyone
off
inside,
button in the
or I let it
facility
burn
power.
to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of
quick.
everything and take back the
I wish there
control
was a run
wrested
option
away
in
from you,
this game.
it's quite rich. I almost
Off.
hate to see it go.
No, it doesn't go
But I'm
off.
sure whatever I come up
no.
with on the next go around will be even better.
This is
My
horrible.
goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious
doesn't
additional
extra
seconds,
clock
Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Oh no.
Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be
There's an
doing right
exit.
now?
I found
Or
an
did you
exit.
just
There's a
assume
door.
when you saw that timer
Yes.
that something in this room
Yes,
was
I'm
capable of
saved.
turning it off? I mean, look
One-
at you. running from button to button,
Yes, no.
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no,
This is-
these colored ones, or maybe this big red button,
Maybe
or
there's
this
something
door.
down here.
Everything, anything,
there's-
something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can
no.
be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley,
Maybe there's
you're
something
in
up
for
there.
quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you.
Maybe I can jump
That
down
timer
there.
isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Maybe the narrator's right.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending.
The screen's
Just
starting
you
to
being
glitch
blown
out.
to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part
I
of the
need to
joke.
get down there.
And believe me, I
all
will be
costs.
laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the
3,
moment we fade
2,
in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Phew. That was very intense. What? I'm back here. Whew. Well, I haven't got much time left. I've got a busy schedule today. So bye-bye. Thanks for watching this video. Ooh. Or I have an idea. Options, extras, achievement, enabled. Yes, achievement unlocked. That's how to get that achievement. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, maybe subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell icon to keep updated on when I upload a video. Bye bye!